everyone's been super great, really helpful. So, you know, just kind of taking it all in my stride right now and one step at a time. But everyone's been super helpful. So
it's a packed house inside the United Center, buzzing with anticipation as the Indiana Fever step onto the floor to take on the Chicago Sky. This WNBA 2025 clash carries weight, both teams eyeing momentum as the second half of the season unfolds. The absence of Caitlin Clark for Indiana adds another wrinkle, and you can feel the tension and opportunity in the air. The smoke from pre-game pyrotechnics still lingers in the rafters, adding a surreal haze over what's about to become a gritty, physical battle. From the opening tip, both teams are feeling each other out, testing the paint, testing each other's physicality. It's a matchup steeped in history and chemistry. When Aaliyah Boston goes head-to-head with her former South Carolina teammate Camila Cardoso, it's not just basketball, it's personal. These two know each other's moves inside and out, and it shows immediately. Boston tries to take Cardoso in the low post, but Cardoso isn't having it. She swats the shot clean, message sent early. Back the other way, it's Sophie Cunningham. Launching from deep hand, it's good. She's been on a hot streak lately, and she picks up right where she left off. Cunningham has now hit 8 of her last 13 attempts from beyond the arc across the past 2 games. Her confidence is visible in every release, every celebration, and her spacing gives Indiana the stretch threat they need with Clark sidelined. The Sky come right back. Kia Nurse drives, drawing in defenders, and slips a smart dish to Elizabeth Williams. The finish doesn't fall, but Cardoso keeps the play alive momentarily before Indiana recovers. It's Ari McDonald who snatches the loose ball, taking it coast to coast. That energy, that burst is what Indiana has relied on to carry them through Clark's absence. On the next possession, McDonald weaves through 2 defenders before finding Nolissa Smith. Smith kicks it out, and there's Howard creeping baseline, shimmying into the paint. But she gets called for steps, another turnover for Indiana, and that's something they've been trying to clean up. The back and forth continues. This isn't a shootout, it's a grinded-out game, a tug-of-war in every possession. Banham connects from deep, draining a clean look that keeps the Sky within striking distance. The crowd roars, sensing the moment shift. Despite the fog in the building from pre-game smoke, the Sky shooters can still see the rim just fine. Indiana pushes back. Boston picks off a lazy pass, sparks a fast break, and tries to feed Cunningham. Pass gets deflected, but Rebecca Allen is a bit too aggressive trying to recover. The whistle blows foul on the Sky. Moments later, Kelsey Mitchell reminds everyone why she's still the engine of Indiana's offense. From the top of the arc bang, way ball straight through the net. Mitchell's confidence is unwavering, and with Caitlin Clark out, she knows the responsibility is hers. She's been asked to carry the scoring load, and she's showing she's more than ready. Cardoso runs the floor like a true modern center. She outruns the defense, gets position, and elevates, but Boston recovers just in time to meet her at the rim blocked. The battle between Cardoso and Boston is officially underway. That's twice now they've gone at each other, and both have come up with huge defensive moments. These are the kinds of matchups fans dream about, 2 elite post players, former teammates, both refusing to give an inch. The game's pace picks up. Howard makes a sharp cut into the lane and feeds Cunningham, who could have gone up for the easy layup, but instead passes it back out. Unselfish ball movement sets up a wide-open 3 for Mitchell. Splash, second 3 of the quarter. For Kelsey Mitchell, and Indiana's offense is starting to hum, but Chicago isn't going away. Cardoso finds Allen, who dumps it to Williams. Strong post position, quick hook, bucket. The Sky break Indiana's 8-0 run with that finish. And they're showing signs of rhythm despite being shorthanded. Angel, Reese, and other key players are still sidelined, but the Sky are scrappy, resilient, and unwilling to fold. McDonald keeps pushing pace for Indiana. She flings a pass out to Howard, who floats in for a runner just short. Kia Nurse skies for the rebound and is off to the races. In transition, she dishes it back to Cardoso, who battles her way inside. First attempt is no good, but she stays with it, muscles through contact, and gets it to go on the second effort. That's the kind of persistence that coaches love to see. Cardoso is doing the dirty work and making it count. Next trip down, Mitchell fires a laser cross-court to Cunningham. Wide open fires, in and out. But you can feel the confidence this Fever team is playing with. The ball movement is crisp, and everyone's touching the rock. That rhythm makes them dangerous. Chicago answers again. Nurse isolates, steps back, and nails the mid-range jumper with Boston closing in. Mitchell and Boston both sagged slightly on the action, giving Nurse just enough room to make them pay. The Sky have found their groove, smoke in the arena. Doesn't faze them, they're heating up. Still, Mitchell keeps Indiana steady. Dribbling into the lane, weaving through defenders, she somehow gets the floater to fall. It's the kind of shot that only Mitchell can make look easy. She's not just scoring, she's directing traffic. It's controlling tempo, being the voice and heartbeat of this Fever team. But as the quarter winds down, fatigue starts to show. A loose foul up top gives Chicago the ball back. Indiana head coach shouts encouragement from the sideline. She doesn't want her team to get passive. No hesitation. Stay aggressive. Stay locked in. Then a turnover. Double dribble. Another wasted possession for Indiana, and Chicago is right there, ready to pounce on any mistake. The Sky have hung around, and as we near the break, this game is still anybody's to take. So far, the key storyline is clear, with Caitlin Clark. Out, Indiana isn't just surviving, they're evolving. Kelsey Mitchell has stepped into full leadership mode, while Boston continues to set the tone inside. And on the other side, Chicago, despite missing Angel Reese, despite a thin rotation, is refusing to roll over, with Banham firing threes, Nurse hitting tough jumpers, Cardoso battling down low. The Sky have earned their place in this fight. And this is just the beginning. With the intensities rising, the matchups are getting testy, and both teams know what's at stake. The second half promises fireworks. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell weaving, dragging out. Boston eyes up with the handoff. 7 to shoot, back to Boston facing up. 4 to shoot, Boston draws 2. Hall's 3 is short, and the rebound taken in by Nurse. Coming on 3 minutes to go. In the third, and a foul here on Timpson. Long arms helps her get rebounds and block shots. 70 Indiana run after Chicago had cut it to 2. Poked away by Timpson. There's the deflection off to the races. Timpson finishes strong, forcing a timeout from Chicago. A 9 Indiana run, and the lead is back to 11. Chicago went on their run. Here's Banham, backing in, bouncing to Cardoso. Plotting her way inside, can't finish. Good D there from Boston, and Aaliyah Boston was on an island defensively. The entire left side of the floor was cleared out. Here's Timpson looking into Boston, gets it to her. Boston to the corner, Timpson. 7 to shoot. Timpson falls, and Michaela Timpson. I believe they're going to say this is on the shot. Watch Boston Center in a Fever Sky matchup. Indiana ended the third on a 70 run. Chicago had actually cut what was once a 16-point deficit down to 2 with 520 to go, but Indiana couldn't fling it in. Cunningham and Onion way they tied up, and a jump ball as Cunningham and Onion jump it up as Hull's able to flag it down. Fine when you've just gotten it mixed up with somebody mixing it up. Here's Bye. Bibby's had a nice game off the bench. Looked like she might have traveled. Wasn't called. Knocked away 5 to shoe. Coulson on the drive. Great dish to Timpson for 2. Do you see how long her arms are when she finishes on her layups? Timpson has 12 points, 5 of 6, shooting off. The bench, Banham fires and hits again. Her 6th 3 of the day, 24 for Rachel. Here's Cunningham. Applause off to Bye, 5 to shoot. Not much doing here. Bye 1 to shoot. Let's puts it up. Got it on the rim. Nothing more. Ban bump from behind. Pulls up and drains it. 26 for Rachel Banham. She put on a show today. Deadline coming up shortly. Chicago certainly in rebuilding mode. Not a playoff contender. Getting some hydration. Hull 3 to shoot gets denied, and 22 assists from the Fever today. They've got a big contributions from their bench. It's offset quiet games from Howard and Cunningham. Goal has hit 2 free throws. Howard has not scored. Cunningham can't get to it as Boston 4th. Cardoso back in for Chicago. Williams got fouled by Timpson Cardoso. Here's Allen turning the corner and finger rolls it in. Team Pika. Allen have a couple nice drives to the packed basket today when her defenders gotten caught on screens. 9-point game, Chicago trying. To answer back, here's Boston. Sky need a stop. Boston doesn't give it to him. She drew 3 defenders on that possession and still was able to finish in the paint. 10 points for Aliyah Boston to go with 8 rebounds, 6 assists. On the cut, Timpson knocks it away. Kelsey Mitchell, or Rachel Baum getting ready to check back in, joking with each other as they wait at the scorer's table. Paul Backdoor flips it out. Cunningham wide open. She got it on a 3. Made her first of the day. Indy's starting forwards were 0 for 9 before that make. Williams able to sneak it in. Applause Indy as a team. 8 of 18 from 3. Here's Boston on the drive. The shovel knocked away, gathered by Chicago. A 14 turnover. Here's Allen. She got it on a 3. They're going to make sure that she has time in practices to get rhythm and timing with her teammates. As you look at their schedule, the 3rd week in August provides a few more practice days, where that seems like it's realistic. And while she does remain day-to-day, that seems like a better timetable for yeah. Thank you, Holly, for the information. Obviously, everybody can't wait to see Caitlin Clark back out on the floor, but you can't have another false start where she comes that she is 100%. Ready to go and make a push for the playoffs whenever that ends up being. Allen launches. She got it. Rebecca Allen has made it a 6-point game. Applause Allen up to 13 points. Things tightening at United Center. Mitchell has it deflected. Gets it back and hits from 3. Kelsey Mitchell for 733 for Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell knocks it away. Stolen away by McDonald. Has Mitchell to her left. Mitchell gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. It was all applause. You got to see exactly what I'm talking about on the she was just determined to get to the bucket. In case you're wondering, Mitchell's career high in points is 39, or threes made in a game is 9, which is tied for the league record. Banham back, ironing off. Nurse will try it. Can't knock it in. Back to 11. Kelsey Mitchell has had the answer all afternoon long when Indiana has needed it. Chicago's made a couple of pushes in the second half. Here's Mitchell through the lane. Can't quite scoop it in. Boston's tip won't go, but a foul on that tip. She had control as a shot going back up. Our next WNBA game, Kelsey, Sabrina, Paige, Alicia Gray with the other. And Mitchell has had the answer in this 4th quarter every time Indiana has needed it. And Stephanie White has done the admirable job in terms of her combinations on the floor. Has played significant minutes here in the second half. She had 250 to go in this 4th. Here's Mitchell. Nice bounce. Boston can't drop it in. My goodness. What a rebound from Timpson as Cunningham can't finish the 3. That was a highlight rebound from Michaela Timpson. She snatched that. It looked like her hand was above the rim. Allen gets poked from behind out of here's Colson. Boston the handoff. Mitchell guarded by Allen. 5 to shoot. Mitchell gets fouled. Here's Mitchell into the paint. Fading away. Doesn't quite get the Indiana steal. They're 15th. Mitchell wincing a bit. Colson gives it up to Timpson. Timpson got some space and able to finish with the left hand. Timpson's almost hunched over with the burners on as well on the offensive end. She's played a ton of minutes here today and been very productive. 90 Indiana run. Colson the rebound off to Cunningham. 120 to go and this game now firmly in the grass. Colson lets it fly. Lexi Hall heads to the scorer's table with 1 minute remaining. Aliyah Boston 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, with 35 and 6 assists from Kelsey Mitchell. Allen from about 30 in and out from Chloe by in her first game as a member of the Fever. 7 from Lexi Hall. Timpson got bummed. Unable to drop that one in. About a 2-second difference. Game and shot clock.